Okay, welcome everybody to this Flash Mastermind today. We've got a couple people online and my name is Anissa Jane. I am a facilitator and business coach, and today we're going to go through some KBB tools, which is Knowledge Broker Blueprint, and they're basically mastermind tools to help business owners, and even if you're creative, I think you can use this tool, this clarity tool, on pretty much anything in your life to assist you to see where you are right now and where you want to go. And the key part about this tool is being brutally honest with yourself. And the whole idea of any mastermind, this is a Flash mastermind, so we haven't met each other before. I happen to know Brenda and I happen to know Deliana, but generally in a mastermind group, you've got a group of like-minded people that are being brought together who have similar goals, even if they're in different businesses. They have either a financial goal or maybe it's a team goal that they want to work on in their team. Versus a life goal. So generally masterminds are for businesses, but they end up being not just for business. So even though a group may have a focus of making a certain amount of money in each other's businesses, you'll find that they end up building know, like, and trust, and assisting each other, growing their influence, in helping each other with family challenges, because one person might have been through something before you and you're going through it, and because you've built that know, like, and trust in a mastermind group, then you've got someone there to help you. It's also considered a trusted circle of influence as well. So what goes on in the mastermind stays in the mastermind. And I mean, we're doing a Flash mastermind here, which is meant to give somebody some influence and meet some people and work on their challenges. And let me teach you a little bit more about this clarity tool. So exponential growth can be achieved when you know your destiny before you begin. And I think, as most of us know, that when you have a map and you know where you want to go, it's much easier to get there. This tool is great at the beginning of any mastermind group because it's going to help you decide where you're at right now. So then we can help you put the tools in place to help you to get you where you want to go. People very quickly will know where they are at, and you can share it with them too because you've had to write it down. I'm 48 years old. I've been on lots of blind dates, and I used to, when I first got divorced, I had a challenge to myself of going on 7 blind dates, which sounds kind of strange, but this is in the days of Lavalife, and I had gotten married very young. And what I found is that when I had to explain myself to someone else, I had to also decide if that was true, because I'd never had to explain myself to anyone else or say what my goals and dreams and what I was doing to anyone in a really long time. And once I said it, I had to also decide if it was true. And it wasn't a matter of lying or whatever, or lying to myself. It was like, okay, well, that's what I meant to say, and that was my intention. And is it true? Is it true right now? Maybe it was true last week, but is it now still true? Because now I was explaining something personal or even just my goals, because I've always been very goal-oriented, to other people. So this is the how of how we would do this. And so if you have the sheet in front of you, basically what you're going to do is you're going to write down your current truth, the current state of your business. So it might be, for example, right now my business is closed. I was just talking with someone who had her best month ever in her business, and because of COVID-19, the government legislated her shut. But she's also finding ways to market herself, to make connections, to reach out to other avenues to do marketing, and to use her skills as an entrepreneur. And she's also does some coaching for other brick and mortar businesses who have spas. And so she's looking at how she's figuring out where she is right now. So where she was last week and where she is honestly right now as she goes to reopen is going to be very different. So if you get a chance, I'm going to quickly do an overview here, and then I'm going to give you guys some time we'll take a little break, and if everybody can write down where they're at. That's your current status, and be really honest. Number 2, your 1 year goal. So for example, in 1 year, I would love to be reaching And right now, if you're a small entrepreneur, maybe, and because this is a recording, maybe you want to put down how many people you want to be reaching out to. Because I think right now we're in a really funny state. If we were to put a financial goal down there, we don't know how fast we're going to be getting back to business here in Canada. But I think it is very doable to say, I want to reach 100 people each month for the next year, because that's going to build on top of each other. Out of those 100 people, you're going to increase your influence. You're going to find out more about who you are, what your product is, and how people react to your product. And you're going to be able to tweak and grow and learn from that. And maybe you're also going to add in what kind of people that you want to spend time with. There's that saying of this people you spend the 5 people you spend the most time with is what you're going to be like, and who are going to have the most influence over you. I think as women, we tend to see that a little bit differently, because I don't just hang out, because I do live in Whistler in a beautiful spot and I am designing my beautiful life here. I do hang out with some people that are much more wealthy than I am personally, but also I don't hang out with them for the money. I hang out with them for the lifestyle. And some of them are much more accomplished in business than I am. But there's also people that I spend time with who I like their lifestyle goals that they've achieved. They had 3 months of buffer in the bank before this. I have a friend who's an RMT, and she went into her RMT training with the 3 months buffer. So she's able to take some extra time. She was able to come hang out and do a 6 meter, even though it's only supposed to be 6 feet, we all sat 6 meters in a square in my driveway. And she had time to do this, and we're able to do this under low stress. So she also is one of those people I can call at drop of the hat, and she'll come and make dinner with me. We create stuff together. We'll each buy some recipe stuff. So those 5 people might have different features that you want to grow in yourself as well. And I don't think it just has to do with income. And I think as women, we really recognize that. It might be someone who is the best mom. It might be someone who is good in business. So out of those 5 people, I think what people do not talk about is how diverse those group of people need to be for we're each growing our heart and growing and raising our vibration, as Maggie would say. Maggie is, she's a Nick and rep, and she is really focusing on helping the world right now raise their vibration, and I love that. So step 3, looking at why these goals are important to you. So maybe your family is the most important thing in your life. That isn't the same thing for everybody. Some people it's money, some people it's travel. Travel's been kind of cut off at the knees right now. And for some people it's going to be family. And some people it's going to be like getting time on my own. Before this, I would spend, sometimes I'd see 100 people a day. So spending time on my own was a goal. It's a great goal. And number 4, capabilities that you might need to add to achieve your goals. So that's another one. So maybe you need to delegate more, hire the right people. And one of the greatest skills is how to hire the right people, or learn how to schedule better, and to be present, maybe be more present as well. So those are the things that if you want to spend 5 minutes on recording, and then we'll come back into the group. Maybe you can just put in the chat, since I don't have everybody on video, if you can put in the chat box that we're working on that. And then we'll come back at 1:54. Can everyone hear me? And we'll just take a break there.
It's okay. 1:51.
Yeah, yes, maybe set a 3 or 4 minute timer, or I can time it for you if you want.
3 or 4 minutes just to fill up the questionnaire.
Yeah. Do you want me to repeat the questions?
No, I have it here in front of me.
Okay, perfect.
So you want to type the answer on the chat box, or?
No, just write it down, and then we'll talk about it after.
Okay, in the piece of paper. Okay.
Handwriting is, can be very powerful as well.
Yes, true.
How much time does everyone need? Another minute?
When you say capability, it's skills.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a goal that you might need another skill for? Like you might need to learn how to do web design or to do some images, or you might need to learn how to do MailChimp to create a mailing list, or like you're doing course creation. So that might be something you're working on.
Yes.
Like that. So what do you need to it? Like maybe there's a tool that you're missing to achieve that goal, or maybe you need a coach, you know, or maybe you need an accountability partner to make sure you do something twice a week.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Brenda, how much time do you need? I can't hear or see you, so I'm assuming Brenda's still there.
I'm still here. I'm working. I probably need another minute.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Perfect. Diliana, are you able to come back on video?
You want me in a video? Okay, let's go. Let me see. Let me see what I can do here. If no, I can go on the computer.
Okay, whatever works. Okay, well, while you sort that out, do you want to go first, Brenda?
Okay, so current status. My business is still in its infancy.
Mm-hmm.
I have helped several people, but I have very few paying clients, and one that I had all lined up went poof because of this. Actually, two I had lined up went poof because of this.
Mm-hmm.
But since April 1, I've been reaching out to at least 3 people a day with the goal to set up discovery calls with them. And my business is online, so I can continue business. I'm in much better shape than a lot of people. But some of my clients are sort of nervous or distracted or looking elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a dollar figure or a people figure, I guess is my question then?
People figure.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've got is for my 1-year goal is reaching out to at least 75 people a month.
Cool. That's awesome. And how many do you think you've done in the last 2 months?
Well, I didn't really I was sort of fumbling around for the first few months. So I really started April 1st.
Mm-hmm. And how are you going to track those people that you're?
I've got a book that I'm writing down everybody I'm contacting.
Have you got MailChimp or a CRM started at all?
I've got HubSpot started, yes.
Perfect. That's awesome. And so 1 year, you've got 75 people. So 12 times 75 is how many?
No, I didn't do that, but okay, just a minute.
I don't have a calculator either in front of me. Oh, I have a pen.
Okay, so but it's not 12 because I didn't start until now. So it's more like it's more like 750.
Okay.
For the year.
That's pretty cool. So you know that you need in your HubSpot, you're going to need space for 750 people.
Yep.
which is pretty cool. And then you've already got a great layout of groups of people that you're tracking too, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's good.
And why are these goals so important?
Well, it's really important for me to reach out, to talk to people, to reach out so that people out there who need my services actually know I exist and can help them, because otherwise I'm a wonderful little person sitting under some rock that nobody can find even if they need me. So I need to get out so that, because there's people out there who need me, but if I'm not out there talking to them or talking to others who talk to them or whatever, then they won't know about me, and they won't know that I have a website, and they won't know to contact me. So I need to be out there.
And why is this important to you, like you personally?
Because I want to change the world. I want to change how informative presentations are made. I don't want anyone to have to sit through the presentations I used to give.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of them. I was in 2 presentations this week. Each of them had one of the 2 problems I talk about. Well, I talk about 3 problems, but each of them had at least one, and some of them had 2.
Mm-hmm. I would love to, when you get time after this week is over, I have a 7 layers deep exercise that I would love to do with you one day. It's really fun. So it lets you get really a little deeper into your why. I don't know if have you read?
Yeah, I have a coach who I've done my why with, who's great.
This goes even deeper often.
Deeper than a normal why?
Yeah, I've had somebody go, a person who was like, I was like, well, why do you want to get on a stage? Why do you want to do this? And you really go deeper, much deeper than you think you might. And it's not necessarily a one-day thing or it's just right to continually work on. Like you have your dog and you have your son at home right now, and your husband, and I'm sure some of that plays into your why, and probably some frustrations in your past that you want to go, you know what, I fixed that problem, which I know you said to me before, and capabilities that you need to achieve your goal. So what capabilities do you need to add?
So I need to increase my skill in my discovery call and pricing, and I'm working with my coaches, Patty and Georgie, on that. I need to continue my weekly accountability calls with the person I'm doing that with, whose name is Meredith Sue. And that's, I mean, it's been going very well, but stopping that would be a huge mistake. So it's not really a new thing. It's a continuing to do the things that are working, I think.
Mm-hmm. And you do a lot to keep your energy up while you're achieving.
I do indeed. And I need to keep doing that too.
And I think those are worth tracking as well. Like you go for a walk, you're doing meditation, you're doing miracle morning, things like that. So those are
absolutely. Yeah, no, the other thing actually that I'll put as my keep doing is, which I've only just started probably again about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, is the bullet journal. It's been fabulous. You guys know what a bullet journal is?
Yeah, so creative. I love seeing other people's bullet journals. Do you have one you can show us?
Yes, but it's not remotely creative.
Maybe that's okay too. That's awesome. Some people get into all the different colors and stuff, and I'm like,
freaked me out.
Me too.
When I first heard about bullet journals. So I heard about them maybe 8 months before I started using it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first heard about it, I watched some of the videos, and they are amazing. I mean, amazingly beautiful and colorful and lovely. And I looked at that and thought, A, I couldn't do that, or B, I could do that, but it would take my entire day to do that. And I actually want to have this as a tool for me, not me being a tool for it, right?
Right. I'll show you mine.
But then,
because I'm a creative, and I always end up with all Post-it notes. So I ordered everyone else's journal, and then I had to design my own because I really needed structure. So I need a note space. So there's 3 lines for note space. Then if you ever, I teach a course called Design Your Beautiful Life, Build Your Epic Empire, and these are the 12 areas that you work on. And law of attraction, write your list of things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Oops. I'll send you a copy of this too. Your big questions for the day, because they found that statements don't work as well as asking a question. My meditation time, my exercise time, and then it'll have savers in here as well. A place to put ideas, idea jam, calls and emails, bite the head off the frog. So those things that you absolutely have to do.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to Maggie last night on one of her videos, and she said, we were talking about the difference between gratitude and appreciation. So apparently appreciation actually is a word that vibrates higher. So these are little things that I'm tweaking in my journal that I really want to study every little bit of this life journaling piece. Things to delegate. And then how I felt at the end of the day on my clarity, energy, necessity, money, productivity, influence, and courage. Because I think courage is, for me, my capability is going to be the courage part. And then I found that a lot of journals put this on the inside, but really your to-do list of your schedule for the day, I always need that on the outside. Right, I'm left-handed too, so that's probably part of it. But yeah, I found.
Yeah, so but I was on a Hervana her chat with Deb Stellingworth, and she's the one I heard about bullet journals from initially, and she talked about how she was creative and how this was her creative outlet, and that didn't resonate for me at all. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't need more creative outlets.
I'm not creative in that way, and it just freaked me out. But then when she was on the her chat, this was last month's her chat, she said, you know, when she got busy, all she did, and she showed something that looked a whole lot like mine. So just bullets for to do things and triangles for events. Perfect. And I looked at that and I thought, I can do that. And yes, it's hugely useful for me, and it's not overwhelming. And maybe as I get more used to it, I'll add, and I do have on my weekly, I don't know if you can see that, but what, some Andrea, who is with Hervana, created what she called an isolation, what did she call it? An isolation week planner or something. So that I put in for my weekly thing in my, like I printed out and pasted in. And that has a spot for business, a spot for each day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, spot for business, spot for personal, a water bottle with some dividing lines, a running shoe for exercise, a brain heart emblem for self-care, and then a blank space where you can put whatever you want. And so I'm doing that on those weekly things, and then I have my daily, which are just the bullet stuff, but that's working for me.
Awesome. Okay, and let's move quickly on to Diliana.
Hi. So what was the first question? Where I am right now?
Your current status.
Yeah, okay. I'm in pre-launching actually. I'm pre-launch. I'm just in front of to open the business. Yeah, I'm pre-launch my business actually. It's not live already, but it will be soon. That's my stat. After 1 year, I believe that I can have 4 to 6 regular one-on-one clients, online course sold, in group coaching, at least 20 people in group every month. And that's the plan for the 1 year.
Okay, let's go back. I want to take you back though to your current status. So do you have a website up?
Of course.
Okay, so you need to take that. So this is, I think you need to really take stock of what you have done.
Now, actually I'm in the business in yoga teacher from 4 or 5 years, but now I'm going in different directions. So
you're you have something
rebranding.
Working with, just pivoting, right?
Sorry?
So you have a lot of tools.
I have a lot of tools.
Yeah, so why don't you write those down when we're done here? Really look at where you are, what you have versus being in pre-launch, because you are, as much as you're pivoting your business into something different, you do have a lot of tools and ways to reach out to people and probably contacts.
My contact is kind of 126 people in my list, not big. My plan actually for this year to grow my email list.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to grow my email list. That's challenge number 1 also right now, part of the other things.
So, and the first part might be to look at those 126 people and see who the true influencers are and how you can grow that, right?
I don't have influence on there. So my contact you divide in thriving relationship, and influencer and VIP influencer
Mm-hmm.
to get engaged and contact with them and to build a list in this way. So my list right now in the email, it's people that I get from everywhere during my path as a yoga teacher, which is not relate in the business that I'm going. So there's nobody who is influencer there. I kind of divide business partners and clients or students, because partners, business partners, and it's one thing, one list. The students and clients, it's other list.
Mm-hmm. So that you have some good lists, and you have a current yoga business. So that's where you are. That would be your truth right now.
Yes.
And where are you pivoting to? What business are you pivoting to?
Coaching, more coaching, health coach.
So health coaching. So let's put it, I would put under their current status, pivoting to health coach.
Yes.
And make that really clear.
Yes.
Because if you have yoga clients, they probably know people and may want health advice. And you might have, there must be under your current status and truth, one piece of information you could share with those people.
Yes, yes, for sure. I start to introduce them what I'm doing right now. I'm nourishing them with my course and everything. Mm-hmm. For sure, from there they can have people who want more than just yoga.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in 1 year, what does that look like?
It's more of a private business, more coaching business, a thriving coaching. Yeah, and group coaching also.
Okay, so how many clients do you need for each month in 1 year to
so
make
what
that
I want to
pivot?
think is that it's okay one-on-one, it's okay to start with some pay clients, but how many one-on-one clients is not my number one goal, because that's not going to bring me so much money. Because when I calculate, I need 4 to 6 new clients per month, which is 72 per year minimum, which is if you divide by hours, is still, because this program, let's say it's 90 days or 3 months, I have to work with these people. And then I think what I think it's group coaching will be more easy. Mm-hmm. With this low price online program, you'll be more easy to get start. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to sell eventually. If people try, see, feel how they feel, if they like, I can sell them. Next step, it's a higher ticket, which is the more expensive program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so how many people in your online coaching program do you think you need when you have your recorded version?
So I need between 20, 50 people to join my low ticket course for the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And so how many people do you think a month you need to be contacting or networking with and following up with to achieve that?
That's not gonna happen with networking for sure. The plan is to pre-sell, start selling even now. No, maybe I have two strategy. One you'll be pre-sell the whole ticket course, and a kind of beta testing and beta group that you give me the testimonial, etc., and then keep going from there. The second approach is when you say networking, is contact the businesses who work with the people that can be my clients, who is aligned with my business.
So basically, under 1 year from now, you need to look at how many businesses you're going to have to contact to do that?
I can contact 5 people per day.
So I would write that down.
For the potential partners, but
okay, we have 3 minutes left.
I joined joint venture group. They have a list that I can start contact them to see who is aligned with my business and who can collaborate with me. Even when I'm not ready with the products, the services, mm-hmm. I still can go and say how I can support you.
And why are these goals important to you? What is your why?
Because I want to automate. First, I want to automate my business to free time as much as possible for myself and my family. And I want to travel, of course, and financial freedom, of course. That's the main reason.
I would recommend really breaking those into specific numbers as well. So because I want to have this many hours with my family. Do you have kids or?
I don't have kids, but my parents aging and they're gonna need me more and more.
Right. So maybe I want to spend, 10 hours a week with my parents and
no, that's the thing. That's the thing. They're not here in this country. I have to be able to go back in my home country and stay there at least few months. So for that reason, I want digital business, that whatever I am, I can, even when I sleep, business going on.
Oh, that's amazing. And then because we only have a minute left, just write down, you're already taking the online coaching, you've already got some tools in place. So writing down what other skills you're going to need. So maybe it's going to be that you need end capabilities, but maybe it's hardware too. You're going to need a really good laptop to travel with, different skills. I
will need a virtual assistant for sure. And I will need technical skills for sure. I will hire people. It's obvious that I'm not tech staff person. So I need technical, I need team anyway.
So I took a course yesterday on how to hire a virtual team. And there was just so many skills in there that I had never even thought of how you hire a virtual assistant. It was a very different approach from someone who has an agency.
Yes, yeah, I suppose that it's their ocean of things that I need to discover.
Really interesting. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to wrap up just because we need to get on to our next event today shortly, and Brenda's actually going to be our feature speaker. Quickly, Brenda, do you want to list your website as well, so that this is going to be a recording that will go into our entrepreneurcollective.com platform. But where can they find you later?
My website is www.memorablepresenter.ca.
Awesome. And Dilyana, your website?
DilyanaYoga.ca.
Perfect. And that's DILYANA.
Yes.
.ca, right?
Yeah, I type it in the was chat in the was meeting. So you're supposed to have it there also.
Well, this is just for people that are listening. So
yeah, okay.
Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today, and we'll see you on the next event. Take care.
Yeah.